Okay, and so here's my little video about changing the central locking motor from my VW T25 or Vanagon, which is this one that gets old and corroded, and replacing it for the newer style T4 Transporter door lock motor. I've opened this one up already. They get all corroded inside, these things die. This is 30 odd years old now. So this is the new ones that are available on eBay at the moment. As you'll see, the only real difference is the connector. Now the old one, or the original one, and the wiring harness that's in the car uses this plug, whereas the new one uses that kind of plug. I can't find one of those kind of plugs anywhere, so what I'm going to do, I've had a look online and I've got the pin out for these. So the 4 pins in here go, oh come on phone, brown, red, green, white as we're going across, and that's the that corresponds to the colours on here. So what I'm going to do, chop this one down here, strip the wires back, solder them onto these pins, and then I'll be able to use the same original connectors with my new door lock motor. Yes, let's see how this goes. So all I've done here is I've taken the cable end off the old door lock motor, stripped the ends, cut the wire, stripped the ends, stripped it back. So now with my soldering iron, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tin the end of these wires, and I'm also going to tin the 4 connectors in here, solder them together in the right order, which I've written on the top so I don't forget: brown, red, yellow, white, and yeah, probably do something to keep it waterproof, probably hot glue or something. But yes, let's see how we get on. Okay, so I've got the soldering iron heated up a bit here, and I'm just tinning it, sticking some solder on the end so everything flows nicely. Now you'll have to excuse me, I'm not the greatest of solderers, and I may well fail to get this on camera, but all I'm doing here is putting a bit of solder on the end. Come on. Yeah, see, I'd probably do better having this in some kind of mount so I'm not chasing it around the place. Having it in some kind of clasp, but oh well, we are where we are. Come on, wire, what's wrong with you? I'm sure in the comments someone will tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong here, as well as ruining my table. And that should, when it's heated up enough, there we go, suck itself into the fibres of the wire. Last one. There you go, that one's gone much quicker. So, they're all tinned up. There's not much excess on them, which is good. Now I've just got to do the same to the 4 ports, or the 4 plug holes in there. So this is the new motor, central locking motor. Now this is going to be a bugger to get into. the tips for anyone else doing this, I would say start off with more light. There we go. Let's just have a little look at that. So yeah, there's a bit of solder on each one of those, and that just makes it easier to solder them together. So once again, checking the colours against here. I'm going to start at one end and just solder them together. That is the plan. And do it this way. Okay, so brown. Desperately trying not to burn the plastic. Okay, for the sake of the video, let's assume we've done it, and I'll come back when I actually have done it, as this is going to get embarrassing. Okay, so here we are. As you can probably almost see, I've yeah, the camera's not going to focus there. Taken the 4 wires and in line with the brown, red, yellow, white, soldered them on. It's not bad. Let's pretend I didn't melt any of the plastic around there, but I got to keep the majority of the plastic, which is what I want, because now I'm going to fill this gap here with hot glue, just to make it as weather tight as possible, and you never know, this might last another 30 years. So I'm just waiting for the glue gun to heat up. Okay, so my glue gun's nice and hot now. It's coming out nice and super simple. So all I'm going to do is fill this gap with the glue, and that should help to waterproof it. It will insulate the electrical connections and support the physical connection of the wires onto the pins. So this is a nice little finishing gambit. I'm just going to keep packing it in until I can't get any more in there. Never have too much glue. Oh, this is all happening off camera, isn't it? Sorry. Well, there we are. It's very gluey, very see-through, and hopefully that will last a good long time. There you go. So I'm just going to let that dry now. Turn the glue gun off, let that dry, and then pop it in the van. I've already tested it just with temporary connections, and it all works fine. It's all the same size. So yes, there you go. That's my quick video on how you put a T4 central locking motor into a T25 camper van.